Hello, new episode of Crashing In Podcast, and today I'm with Kintsugitiger. Hopefully I pronounced that right, sorry if I haven't, but I'm just going to get on with this podcast because it's a bit of a long one today, and it's a really good one. I hope you all enjoyed today's episode, and enjoy, and at the end we've got new music by an singer-songwriter, but we'll talk a bit about that later on in the podcast at the end. So see you all later. On Crashing Podcast, episode 5, I am with Kintsugitiger.
Correct.
Pronounce it right.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Say hello.
Hi.
Right.
Hi. You got part of Kintsugitiger.
Yeah. So
two of the best. Yeah.
You can name them as well.
Well, Rob and Paul couldn't be bothered to come, could they? They're otherwise engaged.
And what's your names?
I'm definitely Ben.
Yeah.
He's definitely Ben.
I'm definitely Ben, and he's definitely still mine.
And do you play in the band as well?
Yeah, we do play in the band. What do we do? Kittler's the bass player, and Righty Boy, the captain, is the drum. And then Martin's the guitar lord, and I have a guitar.
Yeah.
And I sing, but I don't know how to use my guitar.
I think you do now.
No, I don't. This is one of the things we do, isn't it? That
Have to put those heavy strings on, yeah.
I'll come in, and this happened with one of the songs, and again, okay, so this is the song, and I don't know what the chords are.
Yeah.
Because I don't do technical. So I'm doing this, and I go down here a bit. I know this is like audio, but I'm moving my hand downwards. And I go, I don't know what this one is, but I think that's an F sharp, but then it moves down here. And that's it. And then they're going, I don't do it. Because these guys, they're like uber professionals. They know exactly everything that goes on, and they go, oh yeah. And then when Martin hears some at once, it's like stuck in this weird data robotic memory bank.
When we come out at the rehearsal, we were so excited afterwards. It's like, you came in once and was like, oh, I've got this song, I'm not quite sure about it.
Yeah.
But hour later, this is the most amazing song I've ever
What was that? What was it spin? I don't know. It all clicked when we first did Latter Day, didn't it? Latter Day saying, because that's from the first track on the EP.
Yeah.
And that was the first one. I think that we were supposed to say our names at this point. It just said, what are your names? And now we've already done like 2.5 hours on how we recorded the debut EP. Brav against the Wab. We answered our names.
Yeah.
Is that the end of the interview? We did ever so well, I thought. I thought you did really well then, Mark.
Let's talk
the star of it, to be honest. He's trying to talk now. Does he talk on this as well?
We can edit it, mate.
There's two fucking Ronnies.
Well, maybe.
Right.
So let's talk about your upcoming gig.
Two fucking Ronnies. I'd watch that programme.
Would you?
Shouldn't you? Would you? Isn't one of them dead?
Have to watch it.
No, he's still dead.
So let's talk about your upcoming gig at Stay Loose Records.
Yes,
on
indeed.
Saturday.
Yeah, we are very excited. That's Stay Loose, legendary Ian, the DJ man. Stay Loose, we've just been in and had a scout round to where we're going to put all the shit, and we were really excited about that one. It's our first live outing, like meet and greet thing that we're doing. So we're doing a kind of stripped back version. We're doing our first full proper live electric loud headlining gig the week after, but this one's the first time people are ever going to see us together in this
Without the masks on?
without the mask. I was going to wear the mask.
Yeah.
No, not for this one. I might wear it for the headline.
I was thinking about getting one of those cards, like a scratch and sniff thing, where you have to just sort of scratch off the face, and then each person smells it like a different...
It smells of what? What are you going to smell of?
I don't know, maybe Guinness?
So Stay Loose, really excited about that one. Just had a recce on it. Hoping, weather permitting, we can get outside because Martin's scared he's going to have cold hands. Is his concern? Well, it affects you because you play. Like, what you need to learn to do is not play, like I don't. So therefore, you just...
I need the internal warming things to
pull coronavirus.
That's all.
Oh, yeah.
To, pull shapes.
Have you washed that hand afterwards?
I'm going to wash it with Peroni.
You're not allowed to shake.
It's alcohol, isn't it?
Yeah. You're not allowed to shake hands now.
With who? With anyone? Ever again?
Apparently, you're not allowed to shake hands or kiss.
And
I thought we were all going to kiss in a minute. I thought that was the whole point we were here. I thought, isn't this on the Undateables? Isn't
Get the salute now, is it?
not your salute. That guy's in a load of shit. Not that salute. What are you doing there with that? We're being paparazzied as we speak. You don't understand the horror we're having.
Yeah.
That as we're sitting here, we're being paparazzied by a lady.
We're much happy with the masks on, aren't we?
I like the mask thing. We brought the mask
Was
before
that
Corona.
Was that to say like anonymous at the moment?
Yeah, it was basically just the whole point was it's not about fucking image for us. It's about the music, and that sounds really shit and really cliche.
No.
But for me, this was very important that this isn't fucking the X Factor. This isn't how many likes you've got on Facebook. This is about the music at this stage. I think it's the first time in my life that it's been about that. I've been in bands for years and doing stuff, and it was always trying to be rock and roll and doing the image, and I was too often writing songs trying to be like other people. I was a massive indie kid, so I was really into the Long Pigs and stuff like that, and I'd always try and write these songs that weren't right for me, and then it was a case of I'll try and do elbow-esque lyrics, that lovely, beautiful, mundane stuff, and this was the first time ever that it wasn't about that. It was about being totally blunt, raw, honest with what we were doing, and this is the music, and in a horrible way, I don't really care if you like it or not, kind of attitude, because it was initially when I was first writing this stuff, it was for me, and then hooking up with these guys and getting them involved, and then for the first time ever, really being in a band with people who got it and just bought into it, and we could click, and we knew in rehearsal when it worked. It was just like, that's it. That's working.
Even in the studio, we did some recordings, and some of the things almost like weren't finished, but there's like, again, another cliche is that there's magic at the studio where certain parts we recorded one way, completely different we recorded on the studio, and it was like, that's it, that's the way it should be.
Happy accidents. We were all Bob Ross. It's a happy little accident. He's fucking amazing. Canadian, obviously, genius.
So did you all know each other for a while before?
I worked with Martin for years, but we never played in any anger together. His other band supported us a couple of times, but we never played together because I was always intimidated because Martin can really play. He's one of these. He's like Howard Moon. He's a multi-instrumentalist. He's like fucking. He's just can't say enough plaudits for the geezer. Kittler, the bass player, I was in a band for about a decade, and when our original line-up bass player left, Kittler came and played bass. He's a kind of friend of my wife's in that network, and then his mate, Captain Wright, he is one of Kittler's close mates. They've known each other in school together, so they're from that weird little clique over in Streetley way. And so we didn't mean to get together. I had a big break from music for a number of years. I had a couple of kids, which were just incredible. I needed I felt really out of love with music. I went right. I'd gigged hard for about 10 years. Did a lot. I'd had enough, and I never wanted to. And Kittler popped round my house for a cup of tea, and he went, "What are you doing?" Literally, what are you doing now? And I was like, "Well, nothing." And I'm fucking depressed and mentally ill and all this shit because everyone is. And it was like, well, everyone is, isn't there? Actually, are you laughing? Not nice to laugh at the afflicted. And I'm mental as a bag of spanners. But not in that I'm crazy. I'm not crazy. Not like that. We're all wacky. Not just fucking depressed, anxious, like the world. Anyway, so I know you wouldn't think it to look at me because I'm so handsome and well balanced. But Kittler popped round, cup of tea, said, "Okay, just pack it in really, start doing something." And he went away and I wrote a song called Hard Enough. Which we were all going to play at one of the gigs, but we didn't record it because I went right off it. I have this terrible attention span whereby I was in love with it for about 23 minutes and then I had gone right off it then. And I was, no, fuck it, I'm playing. Anyway, so I wrote that and then I texted Kittler and said, you need to be I'm going to do something new. I need you as my bass player. And I said, I need a really ace guitarist. And he said, well, obviously it's Martin, because you're still in another band that my wife's in, actually. My wife's in a band with Mart and Kittler in this amazing called the Duck Down Duvets. If ever you've got a function, you want to book those. They're fucking incredible, talented bunch of bastards they are. Their mobile number is they're fucking honestly they're incredible. But and my wife can sing, like proper sing. She can sing. I've never been a singer. She can sing. And so he said to obviously Martin said, "Fuck yeah, Mart." Did I text you or did he text you?
You text me.
I texted him, Mart. I need you because I knew from all the stuff and seeing like the Duck Down Duvets that they're in that band, function band, one of the best function bands probably in the country. If not the world, they're in. If not the world, then definitely Warsaw. So I just knew he was he's on it. Mark's one of these geezers, like he's saying, "Oh fuck, I need a pedal that does this. Hang on a minute, I might have one of them." And then he comes out, you got one of them. Oh fucking hell, no, you ain't got a foot pedal for like a 1970. Might have one of them. Hang on a second. Mark's just this incredible. Don't knock the table over, Cal. Fucking hell, it's going off here.
Had this special. I think it was like a special bag in the back of the car, and for some reason everything used to live in there.
It's incredible your storage of items that are fucking useful. I've got an Ebo. Hang on, let's get an Ebo. I've got an Ebo. I might have an Ebo on me. Hang on, it's just it's that level. Full of bits. So it's like fucking. So Mark was like, "Yeah, I'll have some of that," because Mark's. The beautiful thing about this band is that 3 of the members are incredibly positive, optimistic. Let's do it. Let's have a go at it. And then there's me. Like
we just drag you along.
The damaged piece of fucking pottery that I am. But with these guys, it's just everything's a joy. There ain't no attitude. We're too old for attitude, mate. There's no ego, is there?
With the band, other bands I've been on, it's been more of a case of I haven't really gelled with the songs, or I haven't really been able to add to stuff that's been existing. But with Kintsugitiger, it's like another book. It's like everything that Ben writes and creates, I can add to it. I can put stuff into it, and also I know to not put stuff into it and leave him to put his stuff forward.
I mean, some of the shit you do, you're looking at it going, just do that again. And I don't think we know when we're doing it. It's like, whatever you just did then, do that again. He's doing this mad, like, scratchy fucking, it's probably got a technical name, Radiohead shit on the end of this one. We've got this track all alone. It's like, whatever that was, do that again. It's like, I don't know what I was doing. Well, don't look at me. You should record next time. Don't look at me. I wrote it and I don't know what the fucking chords are. But so then Kittler, and I kept the text that Kittler sent me because he copied me that he sent to the drummer Paul. And Paul's a super busy guy. He's flying around the world all the time, and he's like literally. He sent in this text saying, "You're in this band now," and we're rehearsing it, and he just sends back, "Okay." But as a drummer goes, I mean, in my other bands, I had a brilliant rock and roll drummer. Paul is just so adaptive. So he's like a metronome. He's on it, isn't he? But he's like a metronome with feel. I don't.
I think he's sort of pushing boundaries of different styles as well. It's like
he was a jazz background, which apparently all the real great drummers were jazz. If you look at
Buddy Rich.
What's that fucker called out of who's dead now? Ginger bloke.
Ginger Baker.
Ginger Baker. I didn't think of his name. Yeah, fucking Ginger Baker. Yeah. They're all jazz, and it's apparently the hardest discipline, isn't it, to do all that shit. I can't do jazz. It's too grown up.
He's rock solid, and just.
Well, you've had a fight with him. That voice. You got to edit that. That's an edit. That one.
But he's rock solid, and everything sounds just crystal clear. You never hear.
You got to edit that fucking thing, eh?
Oh,
Jesus fuck.
You have to remind me.
No, you can fucking joke. That's just no offence to anyone who's meant in that. That's all. That's just snatch, isn't it? That came out of the fucking. What's his face? Brad Pitt. Oh fuck. Don't let that one go on the internet.
Oh, okay. It's on YouTube.
Fucking fine, that is.
So let's talk.
What are we talking about? Have you got questions?
No, I'll just improvise. I improvise.
You ain't going to find the answers there.
No, I'll have a look.
I'll have a look. It's got E numbers, isn't it?
It's all in my head. So
I That's why yours started.
Sorry, God, fucking everything's in my head.
So when
know that terrible Irish accent I just did.
So when was it when you put out like your music and that, like put out your social media pages and all that?
I'm anti-social media. I'm anti-so. I don't do fake Becky sitting over there playing with the phone. She does all our social like Facebook. I won't go on it. I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
But I do our Instagram, which I quite enjoy. Bizarrely.
Good way of advertising your band.
I don't know. I kind of like I don't know why I like Instagram, but I tried Twitter for a bit. I can't do Twitter.
I don't like Twitter.
It's just full of fucking. It's fucking an opinion. It's full of just dross. And you know, it's like someone trying to say something outlandish in order to be that. We started that because we kind of thought, okay, we're doing something. We booked the studio up and we couldn't get in. We went to this little residential recording studio in Wales called Foal Studio, and we just we'd rehearsed a few times, and it was like, what do you want to do with this? I remember Kit asking him, I don't know. And he said, well, I've always wanted, let's just record it, let's just be a recording band, let's just do recording, and I've always wanted to go residential. So fuck yeah, let's have a bit of that away, you know. Don't have to look after the kids. We can have just 4 of us go away and just let's do that.
But sometimes those sort of ideas think, it's never going to happen. But everything just happened really fast all of a sudden.
It's like, I found this place, fucking I want that, was all that came back from like, you know, well, like that. And Paul's like, when? Let me know. So we booked it, but it was booked quite a few months in advance, wasn't it? Because it tricky to. When did we go? It was October, wasn't it? Because originally we thought a bit earlier, worked up some songs, and then I was hitting a bit of a purple patch writing wise at that time of like, well, I'll just bring in new songs to each one, then this, and old ones were getting dropped and we were binning them off. And it was like, okay, we know we got that far ahead, we better start creating these accounts and an email address and things and naming the band, which
all the professional stuff.
Yeah. So we'd create these email addresses and name the band and that, and I think I'd probably named it before I went in and explained it to the lads that this is what we're called now. And everyone's like, what the fuck, you know?
So I thought it was Kintsugitigers.
Yeah, I had to knock
I was telling everyone, Kintsugitigers.
No, it's just the tiger. This is the singular.
Who was it that came up with the name? Like,
that was me. I'm a massive Japan fan. Went there on my honeymoon. Fucking love it. Love Japan. Love all the culture, the kanji, all that stuff. And kintsugi actually is the art of if they break a pot generally, and then they'll fix it and then paint all the cracks with gold. Yeah. So basically, it's something that's broken that then is fixed and made something beautiful again. Instead of scrapping it, you're piecing together something beautiful from the broken, and that for me fit in my mental health at the time. And with these guys, it was like, these are the lovely, beautiful gold holding together my piece of shit pottery. Yeah. So you know that you made. So that was where we that. And then it was because I was in another band called Paper Tigers for years, and then the tiger bit was about me. So it's like this broken, fucked up thing, tiger. And it was just fix up the tiger. It's basically what it was, and that's where it came from. And I don't think Paul can still spell it.
No.
I don't think he even really knows the name of the band. Does he know the name of it yet?
I spelt it wrong a few times.
Yeah, everybody does, which I really like. I like the fact that it's
I put a K-U-N-T.
Yeah. We've been called worse than that, and we will be called worse again.
It takes a while to book a rehearsal room.
It does Kintsugi. What now, love? What's that? Just put tiger down, it's fine. Oh, what's a tiger? Yeah. Especially around the Midlands. You know, most people have never seen a tiger, have they? Yeah, on a bottle of beer.
Actually, West Midlands Safari Park.
Yeah. And so anyway, we did the tiger thing, and then it was like, you know, we'll set up the social media, we'll do all that, and then I've kind of got into that a little bit, and then it was like doing the branding, and then we did our band photos, and we covered the faces up, like we said, just because like this is about the music now.
No, yeah.
Don't give a shit if nobody turns up to any gig. Don't give a shit about what we look like and whether we're in the right places or whether we're fucking cool, because we are long past cool now. We're a long way past cool.
Yeah.
So although Kittler would probably argue with that one, I think he's still got a skateboard in the back of his car, hasn't he? He's still skateboards and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, so yeah, Kintsugitiger were born or bored. Which were we? We're not boring. We're not boring. Even though all the music's quite fucking dirgy. Is it dirgy? It feels dirgy to me. I think I'm going off it.
It's always there.
Is it too late to go off now? No, I fucking love it. Love it.
So let's talk about the EP, Brave Against the Wave.
Yep.
It's
Well,
all the
remember
music.
you read the name of that. There's no spaces or anything, is there? There's no spaces in the artwork. If you know it. And he read it all, he didn't go, but Rogue in the Web.
That's why we bought the CD.
If we'd opened him up, he knew our names, we didn't have to tell him.
Oh.
Actually, no, we only put surnames.
Yeah.
Well, I only put
Oh.
surnames because
Yeah.
I'm arsey like that.
Looks a bit professional. Well,
Do you think? Just having your surname, like a football player?
It sounds. Yeah. It sounds.
They are quite strange names.
They are, well, Clark, there ain't nothing
Oh,
strange about Clark, is there really? That's,
No.
my wife was very,
Strange,
reluctant.
she's got the same name.
She's got the same
Yeah.
surname as me, which is and the kids have the same name.
Weird names.
Unbelievable. It's like we knew each other.
So it's like. So, all the songs you recorded in studio, was that all on this EP or not?
There's
on
one song that's not on the EP called My Son,
Yeah.
which I wrote for my kids. Purely because there's so much fucking reverb on the vocal. I sound like Sting on the moon. It doesn't sit with the rest of it. We were at the studio 2 nights, 3 days. Went in on the Friday night, loaded in, set up. We're jamming about midnight, something like that, all completely clattered. We thought that was a really great idea to get pished as farts on that first. We didn't mean to.
No.
It just happened.
Yeah.
So we thought we were the greatest band in the world at the point we were jamming at midnight. And then when I was being sick in the morning, Paul was being sick in a bin the next morning, we thought this probably wasn't a great idea that we did this. And then mine didn't sleep the whole weekend.
No, not really.
It's like a fucking machine.
I love the
It just absolutely was incredible. So we probably played the first note in anger about 1 o'clock on the Saturday,
Yep.
and by 4:30 we'd done all the tracks. We only did one version of each track, and then Mike and the engineer said you need to do at least another run through of it. So we never really bothered on the second run through because this was fucking. And I think being hungover and feeling a bit cling film transparent was probably a good thing, because we were trying to focus more on standing up and not being sick than we were about recording a bit precious about the music. So we just bollocked through it going, oh fuck it, and then Paul was able to keep his breakfast down.
Yep.
So that was a real turning point in
There's
the
a lot of
studio.
sausages, isn't there?
There's a lot of sausages. His soul content must have been off the chart that weekend.
I don't know a person who makes
It was just like
sausages.
slipping a minute.
It's like Homer. isn't
Yeah,
it?
just one after one till he was full. So yeah, we probably in about 3 hours did all the groundwork for the tracks. And then I said, you need to record the vocals now, because I'm coming down with a cold and I'm tired because I'm old. So let's get them done. So I did one take of each of the vocals, and it's like, that'll do. It's basically the attitude. I mean, we're so professional that that'll do. That's enough. Because I think the energy and the rawness of it, we wanted to capture that. What we were doing in rehearsal, we didn't want to overdub it. Kitley kept saying, we're not Dire Straits. We don't want to be fucking sitting there Brian May-esque, tweaking this thing forever and ever.
I think we also wanted to have an album that we could play live as well. We didn't want stuff where we put like layers and layers of guitars, layers and layers of keyboards, and come to a gig. It's like,
Sounds different live.
You're missing a huge chunk of
The idea was to make it as live as it could be, really.
Yeah, and I
A
think
bit like Sex Pistols in a way. Like, if you listen to their music, it's a bit raw and.
Yeah, but I like that rawness, that vulnerability of it. There was something
It's like
nice.
the first album, Arctic Monkeys. That was.
That's very raw, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, it's like a load of first albums are like that, and then it's the burning energy of being in.
Definitely, maybe, and that.
Yeah. Fucking Stereophonics, word gets around, first album. You can barely hear the bass on something because they're just there in the moment.
Strippers of Ice.
This is our groupies. I've just turned up. I mean, I'm presuming this is a directional microphone, so we won't have any bleeding.
Actually, I've done it in loud basses, and it's actually been all right. To be fair.
Recording.
Yeah. So.
So it was a case where we just literally that first few hours nailed it on, and then Martin literally stayed up. I don't know what time you went to bed.
It's 3:30 in the morning. I think it was.
And then he was the first in the studio again the next day, and was just sitting there on it, fucking on it. And this guy had loads of different gear and ideas, and in the end it was more stripping it back again and going into what was working and what wasn't. And then Martin was layering some of my guitar parts.
Yeah.
Bless him. He was even doing mine, and then in the end, when I finally started sobering up, I was like,
I was turning around and I was like,
Why
you do yours.
the fuck are you playing mine? And he went, because you said that you couldn't be asked to do it. I was like, well, that's not very nice of me. Let me do that. Because you were trying to copy my like strum rhythms, and there's no point.
Yeah.
There's no point because I don't know from one time to the next how I'm going to strum it. It's just not. There's no repetition. So it was. I think I had a little bit of spit came out then, on the petition, on the coronavirus. Well, I've already shook your hand, and I've been stroking your legs throughout the entire interview. But yeah, it was a case of fucking hell. That's not very fair. Let me actually do that one. My own bits. Yeah. That you were so lovely trying to do. And then so we just fucking nailed it on. Had a go at that. We didn't do any reinforcements. We didn't do any backing vocals. We did a bit of backing. You did. I
didn't.
You three of you had a go. Yeah. Fuck, this is one of the great things about this band. Our drummer does not know the words to any of the songs. He knows the vocal melody, but he has no idea whatsoever about the words. He says he only knows the words to Lionel Richie songs. So when go on then, and he went, hello, is there something I should know? We've got to get him singing live at the gigs because there's a song on the EP called Spin 16 that's got about 2 words in it. It's got the least lyrics I've ever written, and that wasn't a conscious or unconscious decision in the writing. It was like, this is right, this fits it. I don't want to go back in and this is just what it is. And it's basically these thoughts keep spinning around my head, woohoo. And we had to try and go in and suggest like singing bits to it. And it's like Mr. Player, wasn't it? Now remember now, Homer Simpson. All you have to do is say these words, got it, and you'd press record on the mic and he'd say something totally different. Complete stitches. But going back to the songs on the EP, being that rawness, these are brutally honest songs. As I mentioned earlier, I used to write songs to try and be other bands and try and be other styles.
And you're avoiding that.
This is the first time I've ever written honestly, completely opened myself up vulnerability, and been extremely personal in the writing.
Emotionally as well, even recording the songs. There's one song called
Light Me Up.
Light Me Up, yeah, and it hit us all once it was recorded and played it back. It had like a whole room of men in tears.
Yeah, we're all crying. We were all crying
of what it meant, and also just the way it sounded, the whole fact that it's all got together. And
it's such a personal song for me. Light Me Up. It's about my wife and me struggling with my mental fucking demons, which everybody does.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So it was like that. And it's about her support and her getting it through me. And I was just sitting at home on my bed, and we've got a picture of us doing our first dance. There's this little photograph someone captured of me and her singing really loud at our first dance. And the lyrics were this, you know, let's dance, who cares what record they're playing, hold me close, I swear my body's swaying. And it was all about just her. She's been supporting me and propping me up for years while I've been able to go fucking wrong. You know, from the stresses and strains of 1,000 different things, but she's always been this real strength. And it was like, I've never written shit like that before, Cal. I'd be trying to go, oh, you know, I'm cool and cigarettes and me, you know, trying to be, you know, rock and roll star or something, you know, something cool. And it was like, fuck, I don't care about this. And for me, the first time when I've started writing honestly, it's the first time that it's actually started to actually connect with other people. And I always tried to write a good song, and now some of these songs make no sense. We were rehearsing one the other week, and it's basically 3 different songs, and they're looking at me like, I don't know. Why it's these? Yeah, it's like, what is that now? Like, I don't know. This bit's a bit like this, and then this bit's a bit like this. But that honesty, that rawness was something I think we have got across in the record. And it's the first time that I've felt really at peace with the music I've made, and actually I can listen to this, and I've listened to it a few times, and then like I remember Righty Boy taking it home, and he'd played the rough mix to his wife and said, well, she's just heard that the first time and she's just been crying. And I guess it was because Paul came home. But I'd like to think it's because even in her not even in her. Emily's mate, not even in her. Like, you know, Em's, it had touched like I don't know, a chord in some way. I don't know.
I think some people can see it in different ways. They take the words differently and they can associate it with other things, not necessarily. Well, obviously they wouldn't know probably about the issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, they might be like a
issues.
kitchen fitter and putting a light up.
Yeah.
So they might be like fitting some lovely LED light in, and they're listening to Light Me Up, and they're thinking, that works for me. I'm literally putting a light up.
Yeah. Or it could be someone giving cigarettes. Light me up.
Light me up. No, thank you.
I think you need to light up that. It's gone cold now.
You wanted to do the external interview,
External?
not external examination. And then an internal one. Yeah, that always goes down.
So,
really badly.
your EP's on CD. Is it on vinyl or anything like that?
We're getting to vinyl, but we found a load of the costs were really cost prohibitive, so we're doing special orders for vinyl.
Yeah.
But it's going on all the major streaming platforms.
Like Spotify,
iTunes, SoundCloud. Yeah, in fact, with SoundCloud are incredible because we've had the 6 tracks. We put them on SoundCloud to do pre-release for press.
Yeah.
And SoundCloud, in their automated brilliance, blocked all the songs, saying these are copyrighted because "Light Me Up" by Kintsugitiger sounds like "Light Me Up" by Kintsugitiger. So 6 fucking copyright forms had to fill out for SoundCloud to go. Thanks, SoundCloud. That's our fucking. It's obviously our fucking song. All you have to do is look at the fucking title. But
It
thank
fits
you,
under your name as well.
Oh, fuck. It is incredible. 3 happened the one weekend and 3 happened the next. And I went, they haven't touched the other 3. Oh, they came back. They fucking came back for them. Yeah, on all. What else is it on iTunes? It's on all of them. iTunes and Deezer as well. Did anyone go on Deezer?
Oh, Deezer. I don't go on Deezer, to be fair. I tried it, then it was like, you have to pay this.
I'm going to stay away from that.
It named about 10,
shit name,
10 major platforms, and then he said, and also about 60 odd others.
It's about 250.
Is it 250? Fuck, mate.
But-
So it's everywhere, basically.
But that shocks me about the copyright because I play songs by all the bands that I
You don't
interviewed.
have openly admit this on YouTube.
Yeah.
You're better off doing a weird
Straight up.
Irish accent and trying to get away with that.
But I don't know, like they're never copyrighting me for using songs, and I use songs that are like by famous bands as well, like the Strokes and that in the background. Like, so like, I never got
I
copyrighted.
wouldn't mind, Cal.
It's more PRS though, isn't it? Rather than copyrights.
It may be. I wouldn't mind, but I filled in when you put them on SoundCloud all the shitty metadata bits to say fucking composers, who owns it, and everything.
Oh, I didn't do that.
Maybe that's what flagged it up. Going, hang on a minute here.
Yeah, I didn't.
Kintsugitiger.
Yeah.
Fucking, well, are they Kintsugitiger?
I think they're American.
Yep.
I think SoundCloud might be American.
It's definitely American, but obviously their CEO is definitely from the Black Country.
Yeah.
Might be.
Nearly met him.
We often bump into people, don't we? That's because we're staggering around. You get the drinks, Ben?
But have you got a website from Kintsugitiger, like your merchandise and all that?
Ben wrote them literally like.
What's the question? I was ordering drinks.
Your website.
We do have a www.
Guess what it is?
I'm alright. Cheers.
You have to ask that again because she did the international sign for drink. Trinken.
Is that?
That could
Depends where
mean.
you are, doesn't it?
What? You go to the wrong places. What is that? That's never a thing.
That's going to spill the drink, is it?
Right, ask us that again.
Someone might take that wrong.
Chloe's
you know?
phoning you. Chloe's phoning you.
Oh gosh.
Hi, Chloe.
Do you want to speak to Chloe?
No.
Bring in the
Oh,
I'll just hang on.
Getting you using it on fucking tracks.
Yep. All right.
PRS.
We're back now.
PRS police are going to be fucking PRS. Sorry.
Copyright police or something like that.
PRS.
Facebook is bad for it as well.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't do that. That's Becky and Martin do our Facebook.
Yeah, I get copyrighted for playing tunes on Facebook. But to the subject of the website, and let's talk about
We have one. We
Yeah.
have one. We have a www.kintsugitiger.co.uk.
Built under a day, didn't you?
Yeah. But it's nice. I've come from a sort of digital arty background, and Martin's super clever, and we just knock it together and put stuff up, and we're keeping the theme. Once I decided on the theme, what we were doing, and I was like, right, you need to wear like a white shirt, black tie, black jacket. That's what we're doing. Jeans, trainers is all fine, and that. And then turns out that Kittler's wearing pinstripes, and Paul doesn't have a black jacket, and Martin's like, I used to be in a Blondie tribute band that dressed like that.
I've got a whole wardrobe of black shirts.
It's not that. We're Reservoir Dogs. And I said, right, let's get a bunch of old toys, old dolls, and hold them up in front of the camera, in front of our faces, so they can't see our face. This is before the tiger masks. And fuck that, actually, I found some black and white tiger masks from that. So we're standing there in my house against the white wall, photographing ourselves. I've got the image sorted. Even though we're not about image, that's like, this is us. And we tried to stay away from looking like a bunch of doggers. When you search tiger mask, there's a very dogging contingent in that area. It's like, we're all obviously dogging, but we don't want to advertise that we're actively dogging. Should have been called Kintsugitiger. Kintsugitiger.com, probably been gone. But yeah, so it was like, we've got this, so yeah, we knocked out the WW, and that's going to be, it's really nice. We've got a little player, so sampling bits of the EP.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice. I like the fact that people can stream stuff now and listen to it for free, or they could buy it, but it's not really about purchasing music.
Better having a hard copy though, isn't it?
It's I love the, as Martin does, the physical.
Yeah, that's.
I love the physical. But having that thing, and that's why I want to get it on vinyl as well, because having a vinyl and putting it on in its entirety, and we worked out the track list, and
it always sounds better on vinyl as well.
It's that
weirdly,
warm, isn't it? And you hear that, and
I think it's not just that; it's the artwork. you can go onto Spotify, you would listen to a track, you won't really look at the artwork.
Yeah, no.
It's so accessible. It's this quick fix, isn't it? Yeah. It's like you want to know the answer to anything quickly. You're going to Google it. You're going to do it. You're going to read someone's twisted version on Wikipedia or whatever it is. You have to take time and invest in the physical. Yeah. You have to put, you don't look at me like that. the vinyl, or the CD. I mean, it's something. It's something that you can hold and look at, and you open it up and you see the cover notes, and you see
and you quite
lyrics sometimes.
Yeah, and you look. This has got. If you care to check, Callum, the lyrics to all the tracks are here. Look, but I've done them in one continuous vomit of lettering.
Paul would go, wouldn't he?
He probably, he ain't got a fucking. He could read that out and still know what song it was. He's a fucking legend. He's a complete legend. I mean, he is. I know we said it earlier in one of the other bits. Maybe you'll edit this and it'll be all around. But honestly, they're just all legends. I've never been in such a positive.
I feel the same as well.
Positive feeling group of lads who are in a room just going, "Come on then." And they love it, and they're coming back. And they just, you're messaging after going, "Fuck." Just
no moaning, no anything.
There's no ego.
No.
The only potential ego in the band is probably me, and I have that battle with myself rather than these guys. I don't think I bring ego into the rehearsal rooms or the studio and that. I did keep walking around the studio saying, I'm the talent, I'm the talent. But it was in a total piss take way.
Yeah.
No, come on now guys, remember I'm the talent who doesn't know how to play the guitar or do anything.
The cake can't be great unless the ingredients are brilliant.
Yeah,
you've got to start somewhere.
But I think together that whole unit of it's fucking off the chart. It's the happiest I've ever been in a band. And I've been in brilliant bands, but there's always been like a conflict, and some bands need conflict. Fucking Oasis, I just watch Supersonic on Netflix, it is that whole, that battle of.
It's because you're together all the time, and it's like brother and sister, and that it's like you're with them all the time in the same building. You're like you're gonna conflict, ain't
exactly. I still have much love for my Paper Tiger days. I still have much love for that, but this is the happiest I've ever been in a band in terms of, and it's been the most creative I've been in terms of. I don't feel like vulnerable when I bring something in, and literally, as Martin said before, I brought songs in and I go, I don't know what this is, I don't know what really style it is, it's not anything I've written before, I'm going to play it now, and then like start doing bits underneath it, and then almost by the time I finished it, playing the first run through, they've got it, and it's like, how the fuck did that happen? How did that
What's the
happen?
last one we did?
Alone.
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 That's a really good example.
It was.
It was a case of literally 10 seconds.
Yeah,
Really?
and
10 came in.
hell.
This is it, right? We start playing something. 10 seconds, right? That's the first part of the track done.
and it's fucking lovely.
Yeah.
It really is lovely, and it's I think it's that warm, glowing feeling that I don't know, I've missed from. There's something that happens when you're in a good band.
Yeah.
That's not like being in anything else. For me, there's something that happens when you're with the. Cheers, Beck. There's something that you bought me an ice cream. When you're with good people and people who get it, and I have to keep saying it again. The fact that I'm around such talented people allows me to be shit at what I do.
Oh yeah.
Because I can just do my bit. Because I know Martin, Kittler, and Rob are incredible musicians and incredible technically, and will sort the sound out. And they'll sort everything else out. And I don't need to worry. I can just be me, and they can just be this awesome, solid foundation to it. So, yeah, it's a joy. You gone cold, Mark?
Turned it on.
He always turns it on. Yeah, I was just saying, it's just that solid foundation and trusting you guys in exactly that you'll do your own bits and never going, you play fucking bands where it's dictatorship. You go, you play this, but you play this now. It's not like that. Everyone just does their own.
Everyone's honest as well. If it sounds crap, someone will say,
just say
it sounds
shit,
crap. You know, it's not working on this particular part, or these harmonies aren't working with this, change it.
Kittler's very good at that, going like, because I almost as soon as I've written the song, I want to scrap it, and I'm like, no, I don't like that anymore. It's like, no, it's like, well, no, hang on a minute here. There's something in this, but they'll pick up bits. They'll go, no, we need to extend this bit, but there's no prissiness in terms of no, this is the song and this is how it is.
Oh.
The only song that we didn't change from start to finish probably was Light Me Up, because that was what it was. That just came in this weird complete pod. But stuff like Spin, I don't even know what that is now. And all the songs are about 2 minutes long, aren't they?
Yeah, they're quite fast.
Yeah, it's two and a half minutes, because it was these flamboyant air wanks that people do, you know, just carrying on, just
Gets a bit boring.
yeah, and it's like, oh fuck me, are we still watching the same thing? This is more a case of, if it is shit, at least it's short.
Oh, yeah.
Is it like a long shift as well?
No. I was going to say something really inappropriate then. I'll pull myself right back from it.
It's like bands back in the 60s, isn't that Maz, the early 60s, 50s, they were all 2-minute songs and all that.
I was listening last week, me and my wife were cooking, which is very rare for my wife, because I usually cook everything. But I allowed her into the kitchen. And we were listening to the loads of 50s stuff, loads of proper rock and roll.
Yeah.
Fucking brilliant. What? Just brilliant little complete songs of brilliance.
Oh, well.
And how did they record them? They weren't going back and scrubbing through and going and deleting, copying and pasting
That's
stuff
as
to
raw
class.
as you can
Yeah,
do it.
like a couple of mics around,
Yeah.
and they got the sound, and it was phenomenal. Like Motown stuff is incredible.
Oh, yeah.
I'm fucking in love with that stuff. And it's like, this is a crafty pop song that works just now, and I'm listening to like, you know, stuff that's 80 years old.
Yeah.
Fucking brilliant.
Such a different era now, how you can like mess about with like your music and all that. Like.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's not. It makes things worse because people don't know when to stop. I think with restriction helps the creativity side. If you'll go so far and it's like, I can't do this part now, I'll change it a bit. Whereas with computers, you record it, and eventually you get to a track where it's like, this is just too much, there's too much going on.
You've done too many layers, too much. You can't hear.
We did recording in, we did those recordings in your place.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Fugo.
And I started recording some stuff, took it home, and I started putting layers and layers on. And then when we listened to it back, it's like, well, you've missed the original, the main parts.
Yeah.
The spin, I think it was.
Yeah.
It was like 5 or 6 layers of guitars. It's like, well,
It's really weird that in capturing the energy is hard. You have to have the right band at the right time in the right place in their career, with the right engineer and the right sound to do it. and it's stripping it back. And I think that's one of the beauties that you have to learn as you move along is less is sometimes is a lot more. Leaving that space in order to do it, and letting the bit of tune ring out or a bit. Some of those things are what actually makes it what it is.
I think also with a band with 2 guitars, it's quite easy to start putting like loads of parts on it, but me personally, I've learned to step back. Sometimes I don't play for ages in the song, and then come in just to build it up and just make it sound interesting.
I'm concerned it's the first band I've ever been in that I had pedals. And I was trying to hit him in. I was trying to fucking press him in rehearsal, and I have to move my foot. I was like, "What the fuck's this about?" And I have to think now. Hang on, now we go for this stuff.
Yeah.
I've never had to do that before because it was just like literally plug in and then,
sorted.
I think we're a lot heavier than what your stuff used to.
But
stuff you used to do.
I never really thought I liked heavy, but I fucking love it. And it's not like death metal, but it's.
If you think about the bands that you're into, they're quite heavy. Things like
Cooper Temper Claws, all those. I fucking love that stuff.
What's his name?
Biffy.
Biffy, yeah.
Mon Biffy. Biffy heavy, but I love that shit. If I had a Scottish accent, I would have fucking been super famous. Midlands ain't as sexy, is it really?
Well,
alright, man. Yeah, you can't come on stage and go. Although I always used to do, we played some festivals, and used to headline the Kerrang stage. When. In Paper Tigers, and I'd come on and we'd be like, "How the fuck are you?" I'd massively up the Midland because I'm such a proud Midlander. I love it, and I think what's happening in the minute, Wolverhampton, Birmingham, it's great. It's a nice time to be around it. There's some talent around.
The thing about the song is that you keep your accent in some of the songs.
Yeah.
But like Catatonia, where you hear the Welshness of a voice.
Yeah. Or Shakin' Stevens.
The
Welsh Elvis. We were talking about him on the way. The Welsh Elvis.
So
underrated superstar. Where is he now? I'd like to shake him by the hand. No, I didn't mean that in a shit pun way. I would actually I just emphasise. I understand why that was a mistake. I would like to. I love shaking Stevens.
Not in Christmas.
Or even honestly. First record I bought. This Old House. Old House by Shakin' Stevens, the Welsh Elvis. Do you even know who that is, Callum?
Who's Shakin' Stevens?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I do know Shakin' Stevens.
You're a very intelligent, well-rounded individual.
Well, if you don't know Shakin' Stevens, where have you been?
Other parts of Wales.
It'd be funny if someone Welsh didn't know
If we
Shakin'
can get
Stevens.
something against the Scottish now, I think I've done nearly all the home counties. Was there no other question? Are we finished?
Oh yeah, no. I was going to ask a question.
It's going to be the longest podcast you've ever done.
I've done longer actually.
Have you?
I had to do.
Fucking we're having that.
I had to do.
Oh, not innuendo. That's the worst.
I had to do one when it was like a part 1 and part 2 because it went on for like 2-3 hours or something like that.
This is going to be Lord of the Rings director's fucking cut.
Yeah.
You're going to have a sore arse sitting there next to this.
What is it?
Because Martin's going to be. Edit that bit again. So what? Say edit either side. You know when there's an edit coming. Edit.
Well, when I hear you say edit.
Yeah, there's definitely that bit with the Irishman that Becky made me say. She thought it would get us into, the Irish market, but she was so wrong.
So
We're
what
not
is
all bare knuckle fighters, Becky? The sooner you learn that, the better.
So what is it you love most about being in a band and that?
I like finishing rehearsals.
I like starting them.
These guys, Martin is a complete workhorse. It's like he's the machine. He goes and he'd live it. Like if you could do this, there's nothing you'd be happier doing than this. Yeah. Like Martin, we need to buy Martin a studio and do it. Becky's trying to tell me something. You've ruined that whole flow of that sentence there. With you're saying carvery. He does like a carvery.
Oh yeah.
We have a story about his carvery, but that's for another thing. But yeah, I think. What was the question?
What do you love most about a band? Most about being in a band?
I think for me, it's in this band. Like I said before, it's allowing to be opening up, rawness, honesty, and not be judged at all whatsoever for what that is. Just how can I make this sound even better? It's not like that's fucking shit. Write some. It's like okay, they're so accepting of any new idea, anything. And there's something beautifully kind of pack and belonging to being in a band, that you're in this kind of little fucking unit of like, don't fuck with us, that Oasis mentality of we this is us now, and you fuck with one, you fuck with all, as Martin would obviously.
It's also the power and emotion that the tracks and all the songs portray. You know, you can bring a whole crowd to tears from the songs that you deliver,
and in a good way.
In a good way.
Please stop this, it's making the child cry. We will find out at Stay Loose when all the kids in the Manda Centre's ears bleed.
Put the protective hearing on. Yeah, it's like music's a strange thing really, because I mean, obviously when you watch a film and something emotion happens, you know, people they'll have emotions against it, but I find the tracks that we do also portray that power to change people's emotions, and I think that's what I enjoy doing.
I think a few of them you've said that sounds like a movie soundtrack. It sounds like a movie soundtrack because it's. I wrote a song called "Ghost Die" that's not on this EP, and I had the best text I think I've ever had in my life that wasn't off my wife. That it came through off my wife going, I fucking listened to that, and then I listened to it again, and then I listened to it again, and then I've nearly cried, and then I listened to it again, and it's like, but. It's not a conscious process for me now writing a song, and I think that's what I've allowed myself to do in going mental. It allowed me to not actually give a shit or think about it. And like I said, that connectivity, but to have that reaction from someone whose opinion you massively respect and whose talent is, you're like, fuck, really? I'm showing my wife going, fucking look at. Mine's just sent me this lovely thing, and then I cry because I'll cry to anything now. Because I think since having kids, I've cried at Peppa Pig, and I'm not too big to admit that.
Is that because you saw that how much it cost to
for the production budget of that? Fucking, I'll cry at fucking anything. I'm so emotional nowadays.
Is that song? Is the whole idea of when ghosts die? Some songs sort of allow you to think of a film or an animation, and a lot of time that happens with me. So. A song is called When Ghosts Die. It is more of a case of imagining having someone who's died, and then when you die, you get to the point you'll see them again, and then they die again. It's like having that whole emotions again. It's like after all that time, you get to see them.
You thought this massive level, and when I wrote it, it was almost just a clever play on words and the fact of like. This is dead, and then it's dead again. It's like double dead. It was like a shit playground theme that I took, and then you're going, oh fuck, man! Imagine seeing someone, and then oh shit.
I love the whole the Studio Ghibli stuff.
Oh fuck yeah! It's on Netflix at the minute.
And that was the case
on Netflix at the minute. Netflix, great streaming. There are other streaming services are available.
If that was made as a Studio Ghibli film, I'd be in tears.
It feels like it. It does. It does feel like Ghost Die, Spirited Away, Ghost Die, the sequel.
So, upcoming events. We know you got Stay Loose on the 14th.
We have.
So, are you going to be selling your stuff like CDs?
I think we all really just want to give it away if we can. We've got to say that. But I'm getting a head shake from a co-manager over there again. No, Ben. No. We are in this to make money. You capitalist.
Baked beans
fuck.
next week.
No, we have got the hard copies and badges and that, but then we had our first batch of EPs delivered, and Kit was like, well, I just want to order another batch and give them away. Because I'd rather people heard it. It's almost if you buy it before you heard it, how do you know?
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
What you're on about,
And you know, you've got your mum and dad buying it. It was, and I have to say, might have been like uber supportive through this whole process. You know, they gave me the money to go and record because I've been fucking skint forever, and they were just like, you know, they've really bought into it. I've done more this time than whenever I've done it before.
So many partners and wise as well. Haven't had to go away to record and rehearsals, and they've been brilliant.
I guess without that foundation, I think I've said foundation a few times. I could get it. Haven't I? No, I definitely said it earlier.
That's the first time you said it.
No, I was on about a strong foundation building up. I'm doing foundation. Fuck it, we can double foundation it. No, we can do like Max Factor. We could get a fucking plug out of this. If we had decent management over there smiling, if we had decent management out there, we could have been Rimmel and not Mark.
Easy Tiger.
Every fucking. But no, I think, you know, it is all about if you haven't got the support behind you, and I think that's what it doesn't matter. So for these upcoming events, yes, we've got friends and family coming, but they're actually genuinely coming because of what we're doing. It's not been a hassle this time of telling people you're doing stuff, and I think we're nearly sold out. We've got the Stay Loose on, which is obviously a free event, and we want to do that. We've got bits of merch, but we've got
what is it called in Birmingham?
Headline at the Victoria on the 20th, which is amazing that our first gig out is this like full electro gig, not electro boy, first electric gig out is a fucking headliner, and you know, Future Sounds Project have put us on there, which is great because they don't know us. Yeah, but they don't know us, but they say, oh fuck, you know,
support the local music scene,
which is awesome. And then they've picked up 3, you know.
Well, that's what's Crashing In about. It's supporting local music scene. Like, I interviewed some bands and don't even have a clue who they are.
But you obviously know who we are because we're fucking famous. I mean, look at us. No, but I think what you're doing, I think we've got the bunch of Kints as well on our Instagram. They're doing that, promoting local stuff for no other interest other than promoting from where you're from is it's the best thing you can do for your community. Without live music, there is no recording music. There's no fucking streaming. Unless you just want to listen to, you know, the same stuff over and over. At some point, there has to be a guitar band. And people who are supporting live music, which seems to be on a bit of an up again now, which is great. People you can't experience music like you can live because I know we're not going to play these songs as they are. 3 of the band are going to play these songs as they're supposed to be played. But it's doing that and
never goes as planned on stage as well. You just don't know what's going to happen as well.
You know,
there might be a massive fire.
There's a beautiful correlation between recording a track and being prissy about it and playing live. And exactly as Martin said earlier, what we've tried to do on this is narrow that gap between the two. So that what we recorded is actually a real true reflection of what we are. We're not overproduced. This is basically the 4 of us in the rehearsal room, and you know, Bex has been in our rehearsal room there doing it, and people that's us on this EP. That's us. And it's what we are. So what's going to happen with our first headline in Birmingham, which is amazing, at the Victoria, I think it's almost a sellout already, and we've only had the tickets a couple of days.
It's not bad.
It's better than not bad, kind of. It's a little bit fucking excited. It's fucking hate days, you know.
It's like, what's the venue like anyway? Do you know what the venue's like?
I've never, in all the years I've gigged around at the Actresses O2s, all those places around Birmingham.
I've never been there.
I've never heard of the Victoria.
It's at the back of the Alex Theatre, and everyone we've told that we're playing there has said it's a lovely pub, lovely place. And it looks great. You can do like a virtual tour on their website. And the fact that they're, you know, promoting live music, any venue. I don't think Future Sounds have been there for a few months, it said. So it's the first time back in.
I never know. Future Sounds like do that venue. So like.
No, I think. Well, it said that they hadn't been there for a while. So, you know, they've decided to their first punt back in with them to be us guys, and we definitely won't let them down in terms of turning up. We'll definitely be there. The quality of music is another matter.
I go to more like local music gigs than like, you know, like seeing Paul Weller or something like that. I go to more of that than seeing like main big bands now.
But isn't it amazing? Me and Bex, who's sitting over there, I keep mentioning her because she refuses to talk because I said to her don't talk at all. But we went and saw a band called Snowfeld years and years back at the Jug of Ale, who were actually editors. And they changed the name, didn't they, a couple of weeks after. And you know, you don't get to see bands like that. You know, you want to be the person who said, I saw those people before and what happened. And when we were recording in the Tigers, the other Tigers, it was all that the twang had just been in, editors were booked in, we were in that being part of that scene was brilliant. now again we've got some awesome local acts going around again. Wolverhampton has got some great ones. Birmingham itself.
Walsall. I know Walsall's got a feel like.
Well, it's got us. It's got us. You know, I mean, I'm from fucking. I love.
Have you heard of the Assist?
Yes.
Yeah, they're from Walsall way.
There's a load doing awesome stuff from the Mid, and anything that makes the Midlands, promotes it, makes it better. Stuff you're doing, Cal, is genuinely fucking on it. It's awesome because it's what we want. You want pride back in. I mean, I'm not a Wolves fan. You know, season ticket holder at Walsall.
Wolves fans only.
My poor nephews are Wolves fans.
Oh god.
But you know, the fact of the matter is, the fact they're in the Prem, the fact they're doing stuff brings pride back. Gets the bigger clubs there. That's what we want.
Gets everyone in the town as well.
We want everyone to promote the Midlands and realise that. Bex was doing a Spotify playlist of acts from the Midlands, and we were going through everyone who's been born. They go, "Oh, Mike Skinner from the streets. He's from London now. He's born in Birmingham." All these people, you know, Thin Lizzy, all these bands, the Sabbath, and Zeppelin, all these people
Zeppelin,
have got all these Midlands links. But throughout the years, from the beginning of it, the Midlands has always, for me,
corner shop
has been very honest music.
Yeah, I know.
Bentley Rhythmains, Pot Will Eat Itself, the Stuffies, Ned's Atomic, all these bands that, you know, were due another, I think, big surge of Midlanders bands. Now, we're far too old to be part of that, but I'll gladly watch that from the sidelines. Just enjoying the fact that the Midlands is a thing to do. And when my kids grow up, and I'll manage that band because they'll be off the chart, and your kids playing drums in Ethan, and you know, when this band gets together, the super group of the Cubs, Kintsugi Cubs gets together, fuck me, they're going to be off the chart. Those geezers are going to be rocking it.
Major turn.
Yeah. Hanson, mop up.
I reckon the West Midlands could be better than the Manchester scene, like back in the 90s Manchester
It always got
scene.
me that the charlatans, all the charlatans, apart from Tim Burgess, are from Wensbury.
Oh, I know,
they're from Junction 9. Do you know what I mean?
And everyone calls them a Manchester band, and that fucks me
It's
off.
only because Tim Burgess is from. All the rest is fucking Walsall, but they're a Walsall band.
I think Manchester has a better live, or takes live music a lot more seriously maybe than Birmingham.
Yeah.
There's a lot more venues, a lot more
Liverpool as
opportunities.
well is great for creative. They seem to really embrace the arts, and I think we're getting a lot better in the Midlands
I
for
think
doing
recently, over the last 2 years, Birmingham have actually opened a lot more venues and got more people in.
These, like the Victoria, we've never played there, but these places come. But for me, any area that promotes live music, Manchester, you know, Glasgow, whatever it is, I'm all for it because what it means is more venues for us to go and tour around. It means we're open up. We've got a great relationship with the little Scottish band, and you know, it's a case of. If they're ever there down in the Midlands, they play with us, we'll play.
Support them.
These kind of, that's what you want, that connectivity. I think it's the mental state of being promoting live music. It would be great if Birmingham's the epicentre and has a theme and a scene. But if that's just globally supporting your little band and going down and seeing your sisters or your brother's band or your aunts and uncles. My niece is, you know, grown up now. She's at university off in Nottingham, and she's coming back to see our gig, and she's like, "Oh, I'm so proud of you and doing all this stuff." And it's like, this is my little niece, man, saying the. But it's that generation buys into and supports live music and then forms bands themselves and then does that. You know, it's only good for music, and what's good for music is good for everyone.
I think the whole idea, or the whole way of the music industry allows people to distribute music now is amazing, because before you had to have like a record contract or have someone to, like an independent label, to actually push your music out, but now you can have you can make your music, you can have it mastered, and you can have it distributed within, you know, a week. We use like a company called Lander. It was just incredible how easy it was to get our music out.
Yeah, you didn't fill those fucking forms out. It was easy.
It was easy for me.
No, but it is. I totally agree, and I think that's what's. It was all about being signed before. Got to get signed. You're not validated unless you're signed. That's a load of bollocks now. It doesn't matter what we can do now, and putting together all these packages of merchandise and gigs and and some of the Brum promoters are great. Really good now at getting you in there, and social media, the accessibility that people have to stuff. It's awesome.
We did everything ourselves, really.
Yeah.
You know, we got our reviews. You send them out to all the
incredible. Oh man! And that's something I think we do need to address. Is that music is subjective, and it always will be, and it always should be subjective, because what you like may not be what we like or whatever.
Exactly,
So you've got to have that opinion. I like music that's a bit more divisive, or brings an opinion out of it. I can't stand their voice, I love their voice, and that is literally the reviews we were getting back were as black and white as don't like the vocals, love the vocals. For me, it was not really heavy enough. For me, this was a little too heavy. And everyone's got an opinion, and everyone should have their opinion. Unfortunately, some people also have keyboards, and they're allowed to give their opinion. And some people shouldn't.
Sometimes it's hard to give your opinion out now because too many people get offended. Don't they?
Yeah. And we don't mind that, do we? As long as it's honest and they can.
I was really laughing at some of them when we were talking through some of the reviews, and the majority of them, I have to say, have been great.
Yeah.
But you know they're being paid to give these reviews back to you, so you give this stuff out, and I enjoy it now.
Yeah.
A few years ago, I would have maybe taken it a lot personally. I got the feeling Martin was starting to get a bit punchy with some. Because when they come back, it's a bit folky for me. And we're like, have you listened to folk music?
Level of instructions are like none in.
It's
copy and paste.
This is clearly not folk music. What you're listening to? Punk as well. We got described as punk.
There's a Nirvana one as well.
Nirvana was about
Nirvana.
Yeah, they said that was really made me laugh. Nothing I can fault in this review. It was what they were saying. It was great. Hints of Nirvana, the new Nirvana, this kind of thing. But I won't feature it on my page. It's like, okay, so you're the fifth Beatle. You're the person who's just literally listened to the new Nirvana and said, not for me. It's incredible, isn't it? People are so brilliant. It's just like, oh no, I've just discovered this whole thing that cures all cancers. Not for me. No, you can keep that one, mate. I'm not bothered with that.
Or the cure for coronavirus as well.
I think we've all got it already.
Yeah, I think so as well.
So I think we've had it for years. It's called the cold.
Yeah.
And the cold,
It's a strange thing, isn't it?
What, the coronavirus?
Or the cold.
You don't like the cold. I've learned that today. You're rubbing your hands now, but I hope it's your hands you're rubbing.
He dies.
He's a deviant.
So is there anything else you'd like to add to the podcast? Anything you didn't mention or anything like that?
I'd like to edit it if I could, because I don't trust myself.
Well, when you say edit, I'll go, okay, I'll edit.
Yeah. Well, I might not have said it now either at other points, so you've got to actually listen to it.
Hell.
Don't just fucking push it out to YouTube going, that's all right. We can't be doing that. We've got to actually get our ears on for this one.
It's on a West Midlands edit.
Yeah, it's fucking fine. I think generally it went all right. Is there anything you'd like to add to this, Mike? Because I feel like I've talked a lot. All I would say is, in the years of shit that we've been doing all this sort of stuff, is the best thing to do is be honest. And I don't think anything transcends music better than honesty. The only songs you ever connect with, even from the biggest bands to the smallest ones in the back room, is if they're honest and raw about what they're doing, that always transcends. So for me, don't try and be someone, if you're really influenced by X or Y, don't be them. Actually listen to that stupid bollocks in your head that says this is me, and don't be scared of it. I think life's too long.
The thing that I found was that how easy it is to get your music out there. I think before I was scared of going through the whole route and getting
and spiders.
But the whole thing of getting the plugger, getting your CD on the radio, getting people reviewing it, and it's a case of how on earth to do that. But now it's just so easy.
Oh no.
If you've got a track, get it out there. I mean, don't be scared to put your emotions on a CD and let everyone else see it.
And then let everyone slate it.
It's part of the joy.
I'll get a weird kick out of it. I quite enjoy it.
I like bad reviews. I do. I love them.
You're going to get a shitload after this.
It looks good on you, doesn't it? And before we finish, have you got any recommended West Midlands bands?
To be honest, I don't like anybody at the minute. I'm
really
really fucking. Oh, you've gone fucking wrong on them. You have on a next level. Genuinely, I was listening to Crest Glider yesterday, and they were playing the Molyneux stuff, and they was it something like head banging or banging in the not banging in the bushes. That's something else. fucking the bushes away. What's your head bang? They know what their own backbreaker. That's a fucker. That's what to do. I fucking love that.
Good tune.
I really like that. I think Alex Ohm is doing ace.
Saw him
Fair
yesterday,
play to him doing the stuff he's doing at the the NAC. That used to be not the NEC. That's called the Genting Arena or something. But the NAC at New Hampton Arch yesterday, which allow local bands to put on bigger nights, which is absolutely incredible and fundamental to music. I think there's a real nice pool of talent knocking around at the minute, and I think anyone who's got the balls to, or the fanning to get up there and stand there, and because there are Crest Glider's a female singer, that's why
International Women's Day tomorrow, isn't it?
Exactly. Yeah. So to be able to get up there and do it. Because it's not easy.
You always have to have the support of the actual, the town or the city that have the actual venues to play at as well.
Stay Loose, brilliant for that sort of thing.
we have section, new bands.
They've got a section for unsigned. You don't have to be signed. You don't have to have a barcode on your fucking shit to validate you. So anyone who's in there, the Methods, these bands who are knocking round, who are.
There's not a band in the West Midlands I can't say as shit. There's all of them I love.
Yeah, it's and I think when you have that pride in it doesn't matter what genre. Again, back years ago, it would have been like, well, we're bigger than them. We're bigger than them. We should be bigger than. It's not a case of that now. We couldn't give
It should be all together.
It's a case of what's good for you is good for us. If you're promoting what's happening here, Alex Noble on BBC introduced, and his team behind him that are helping promote these. BBC introducing, doing all the local areas is a great thing.
Yeah, I know.
It's a great thing to help promote because it gets to a bigger level.
The BBC introducing him, I think it was Tim Senna. He was promoting that gig at the NIC. So.
Anything else? I mean, back in the day we had Kerrang, who were massive darlings of us, but they picked us as a band. There wasn't so much a national, a local scene. It was just one of the. It's like anything that helps do this. What you're doing, Cal, a bunch of Kints are doing, that Becky's running, promoting local talent, and there's so much fucking talent there. And I think it's getting it across that it doesn't have to be on ITV and Simon fucking Cowell promoting
it. Music, that is.
It doesn't have to be that.
But
it's
also
the background.
Bands can actually promote themselves, so they can actually put the hard work in themselves as well.
Yeah.
So
I don't like hard work. I'm so lazy.
All right.
It's ridiculous, isn't it?
Things like Facebook and Instagram.
Not Facebook.
You can push.
Not for me.
But it is.
Love that shit.
I have to say though,
I don't want to see a picture of your food.
If I didn't have social media pages for the podcast, I wouldn't have many views and all that. So.
Do you put it on Facebook?
That's how it all started. It started up in Instagram, then Facebook. And uploading SoundCloud, but I'm back on YouTube now.
Why are you doing it, Cam?
Because I love the local music scene. And
why have you moved to fucking Newcastle then? You peanut.
There's a good music scene up there as well.
Nearly did an accent. I'll have to rein those in, don't I?
Yeah, we need to win.
It's
not just the West Midlands, it's all over the country, and whoever does music I like.
But why Newcastle?
Oh, my girlfriend is up there.
Oh, right. No, I think it's ace. It's a shame you're not down here.
I'll be down here in May. Yeah.
I'm going to arrange a dinner date now over this.
I get a gig up in Newcastle.
Yeah.
I nearly did the accent again. I can't help myself. It's not a bad
thing. And also, being up in Newcastle, I've got a slot in this radio station as well, so...
Well, I just...
But no swearing.
Yeah, I've had to do them before, and I've had to do apologies on air. And it's
a 10-second buffer.
You don't want a repeat of Jonathan Ross and Russell Brand.
No. But I think it's lovely that these things are happening. Wherever it is locally.
It's like a new era for musicians and bands.
I've never classed myself as a musician.
But they're taking charge of themselves, aren't they?
I can't play.
But all the best bands
I don't know what it is.
Don't put your 11 guitar strings on. You can play better now.
I don't know what it is.
And you've got a guitar set up. What's his name?
You do that for me? Oh no! Oh, Davey.
Davey, yeah.
Oh, what a legend! I've got this Telecaster that I used to throw at. I used to be quite rock and roll, and he wouldn't believe it looking at my sweet innocent face. I used to wang around, I loved it. And this geezer, Jamie Davey, you know Jamie Davey because he does his own custom guitars, but
Everyone
also.
else turned it away, didn't they?
Yeah,
Just
like you
do it.
can't do it, go and do this, wouldn't touch that, all this. Took it to him and he gave it back to me better than new, my Telecaster. Oh my god, the geezer's a fucking genius. So if there's one thing to take away from this podcast, it is go to J Davey
Davey guitars.
Guitars.
And where's that?
Just on the middle, it's just up
is
the
it?
road.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Really?
He's honest, he's ace. I think he used to do like Splinter
mine.
Squirrel and
Yeah.
Scott Matthews.
Yeah.
You know, Scott.
He builds
What a
guitars
talent
as well,
Scott is.
and that's where
Ivan Novello
Square
Award did he win?
guitars.
Fucking, you know, a Midlander. Sorry, Mike, you were saying something then?
No, yeah.
I touched you there.
He built,
For purposes of the radio, I touched Martin on the shoulder. It was with his full consent.
that was it. I saw that.
That's what Harvey Weinstein.
No, the whole Corona thing. So don't do handshakes. We do Vulcan signals instead of the handshake.
How is that different to that?
So don't do that. Do that instead.
What? That's called.
You might need to
that was
describe
called-
that and
sorry,
next that. We need a camera.
When I was a kid, that was called spocking.
No one's
Don't
gonna-
look at that.
No
on
one's
the
gonna know.
internet. No one look at that on the internet.
Instead of handshake.
Edit back.
I'm sure Boris Johnson said rather than handshake.
Spock. That's gonna
From the
spread.
governments.
That's gonna spread something. Fuck.
I think like people listening would be a bit lost when you was like that on there.
Yeah. Mine was doing the Vulcan hand symbol.
International signal for
It was like two fingers together and then a gap. It's like the V sign, but not.
if you were
Yeah, this all bit's being edited. Don't put this bit.
No, I think it's good.
Because mine will get arrested. And rightly so. But please let him out for the Stay Loose gig on the 13th and the
gig's
20th. The 14th. No, turn up the 13th, there'll be a queue.
Oh yeah.
Turn up on the 13th, it's going to be massive. No, it's definitely the 14th. Thank you to them as well, Stay Loose.
Yeah,
we thanked
it's
them
great.
already.
Thank you very much.
We thanked Ian, Stay Loose. It's a fucking legend,
Thank
isn't
you,
he?
gig. Yeah.
I'm not going to thank him at the gig. You're putting this on PooTube.
Oh yeah. Appreciate it.
That's a different one, isn't it?
And again, please edit these following comments
You
out.
know what? There probably is a YouTube, isn't
Oh, I bet there is.
there? Yeah.
Don't search it now.
No, don't.
And not
Jesus
on
Christ.
Wi-Fi.
I'll be uploading on there next tonight. Oh god.
Oh, dear. There's got to be a rainbow tube as well.
Which one are you on about now?
I don't know.
God, there's loads of tubes.
Is that? There's got to be in there. I'm not going to search PooTube.
I'll just stick to YouTube. Yeah.
Well, you can stick to it.
Yeah.
With your beautiful podcast.
Oh.
That you're only going to. You've got to edit some of the shit out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like PooTube. We're very serious on stage, by the way. We don't do any of this.
We might
shit
prom-
down
we
I'm
might-
surprised we get any songs out of us. Right, lads, that's 45 minutes. We haven't even played a song yet.
We might promote.
I'm fuck off.
I think we kind of promoted PooTube as well. We might need to pull the link.
Is it actually a thing?
You never know. I'm going to search like that.
Not now.
No.
Canon. At least
not
try
there.
and pretend you're interested in what we're saying.
I'm sure GoDaddy can sell it for $9.99.
I bet it's gone.
Oh, I don't know.
That's definitely gone. It rhymes with you.
Shall I check?
No.
Come on, let's check.
Bluetube.
Well, that's the different thing.
It's my songwriting skills coming out now. Anything that rhymes with you. Don't look now. That doesn't make great radio. It ain't radio, is it? It's whatever this is.
Podcast.
Podcast.
Same thing, but
Is it though?
you can. Yeah. Independent instead.
No, it's available. It's available.
We're having that on the
Yeah.
way back home. I've got a whole new business venture. It's been ratemypoo.com.
Glastonbury
You know
toilets, is it?
ratemypoo.com? Are you too young for that, Carl? Rate my poo. What you do is you do a poo.
Yeah.
Not necessarily you, but somebody.
Yeah.
And then you photograph it, and then you put it on there for people to rate the.
Do you have to fish it out?
No, you left it. wherever the situ was. I mean, you could fish it out if you wanted to do that, but you would rate it, and people would go on and go, "That's a 6." I mean, I don't know what they were rated against. The
Is it the colour? Maybe size?
Some of the girth on them
It gets stuck around you.
must have come out. Break its back with a stick.
Oh, yeah.
Back you beast back. Lion tamer.
You need the toilet brush for that.
Callum's left. That's the danger. That Callum will have left 2 hours ago. We're still left. Talking this utter brilliance. It's missing the magic.
This is what the podcast's about now.
Is it?
Magic like this, yeah.
I want to do a podcast.
Yeah, I know.
I think I'll be
I
brilliant
swear,
at it,
like,
don't you?
A band,
Don't swear.
Yeah, maybe.
Not maybe.
But,
The fuck? Fucking maybe.
Definitely maybe.
You may be good at it.
But there's a
Martin.
band I know, and they're doing a podcast now, and it's called.
What are they called?
Oh,
This isn't this dead air is dead air.
We want less podcasts, but the band's called Sean Gamble Wilson Plagiarists.
You want less podcasts?
We want less podcasts.
Are you advertising another podcast on your podcast?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Oh, look at that traffic. One's going to book that van.
He's got his card out.
He's waving
going
around
for
that
it?
automated thing like it means something.
There's £10 for the Christmas kitty.
So is that all you like to add to the podcast?
I think the problem is you could probably talk for a long time. I think that would probably kill your phone battery.
We might need to do. We might need to do
jizz up.
like a part 2.
Jizz up. Not jizz up. Jizz up. Get up there. Not up there. Why is it all that today?
Live long and prosper again.
You've become the 1970s bawdy comedy.
To be continued.
Do you think? I don't, is it?
Maybe.
Oh, I don't want to be left on a hanger. A cliffhanger even.
It's a song, isn't it?
Left on an hanger.
Left on the hanger.
Of course. Left on an hanger. Should we get another drink?
Oh, I can't.
We could have a soft drink. Oh.
I'll have coffee.
I'm not ordering you a coffee.
So, thank you for joining me on the podcast.
Thank you.
And thank you for coming down
Fucking
Wolves as
legend.
well.
Looking forward to next week.
Yeah, looking forward to next week. And
My kids were born in Wolverhampton. I don't
Oh,
relate
were
to
they?
Wolves. Yeah, they're both at New Cross, but I was to the Manor born. Hey, there you go. As in Warsaw Manor. Fucking rough old.
and get down to the Starloose gig. People that are listening, and get down to the gig at the Victoria as well. And
Is this going to be on time for the Stay Loose gig?
yeah. I'll make sure it will.
Rocking?
And
You're not turning up though, are you?
unfortunately not.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Why
But
not?
all the hard work.
Can you not say son of a bitch? His
His mum.
I'm not calling his mum a
My
bitch.
mum doesn't listen.
Why do you keep mouthing these things at me and then I repeat them because I have no filter and I go, oh yeah, his mum's a bitch. I didn't say that.
He said son of a
I've
bitch.
never met his mum, I'm sure she's beautiful.
He said someone a bitch. Someone a bitch.
Lord of the Rings again. The end of the new shit.
Oh God.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm God. When you said, oh God, I went, yes. I didn't mean it that way. Let's not get biblical. That's a good song.
It is.
Let's make
Yeah.
this biblical.
And where can you
And
get
tits.
it?
What the fuck's wrong with you?
What's in that?
You've been sitting next to mine too long. Has it touched your leg?
Good, that, I think.
What have you done? Mine?
Oh, I've been
That's
up
very
all
high,
night.
Martin. I mean, the whole place, you've got people behind us. Can you believe it? The whole place? The whole, what the dickens?
So like, well, are the tickets?
Because I'm on your phone then. Corona.
Are the tickets on sale? Where can you get them?
Oh, the Tiki Tiki Wawa. The Tiki Hut done what?
Have you seen Mr. Tickle?
That Justin.
Oh, he's everybody.
Let's get professional.
Why?
Yeah. So where can you get the tickets?
What? You can't edit that into the other bit. You need to have the other bit before. This bit's way back. What tickets?
The tickets for the Victoria gig.
I don't know.
Or on your Facebook page.
I don't know. She does the face.
Oh, do you wanna?
As you can tell,
The link.
Yeah, there's a link somewhere.
There's a link.
In our bio. On the Instagram. Did you say crap? On the crap? On the crapper? What are you saying to me? Don't look away when you... Cream. No, I don't know what you're saying. On the link. What are you saying? Just
Send us
on
a
the
private
Instagram. I
message.
said Instagram.
Oh, send us a private message.
Send me a not you. No one's messaging you after this. There's got to be several court orders after this. We're going to be barred from Wolverhampton. Yeah, tickets are
Slug and
available.
lettuce.
Yeah,
Barred from here.
yeah, tickets are available somewhere from someone.
I'll put the link up anyway.
We might have sold out by then.
How many sold so far?
I make
At least one.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, that was to the wife. And I got the cash offer. She wouldn't. She's a slippery little eel.
So, thank you.
What?
What?
Sorry, Cal.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
having
for
us.
joining me.
No,
And
thank you.
and I'll
It's been ace.
all right. See you later.
Yeah, ta-ra.
Well, that's another episode finished. And what a great episode it was. Longest episode of this series, I'll say, so far, but it was a laugh doing it anyway. I really enjoy the long episodes because that's when the beauty, the magic of the podcast happens, when we like more ourselves in a pub. I didn't have a few, I was drinking Coke and tea, I think, and not really the type of thing you drink at a pub, not very rock and roll either, but like, it's just nice to get everyone in the casual selves and just have a laugh, really. Don't want that posh interview, it's just like get to know the band type thing, their attitude and that. And yeah, it's been a really interesting podcast with Kintsugitiger, and can't wait to see him at a gig. And I'm sorry that I can't come to the Stay Loose Records gig, and and hope you do all right at the gig, and same with the Victoria as well. So now it's going to be a bit more longer, as we're going to have a bit of, hopefully have some music by Kintsugitiger at the end. But first, I want to shout out a musician that got in contact with me recently. Sorry if I pronounced the name wrong, but her name was Chloe Mogg. I put her name on here so you know how to find her. She's on Instagram. And I'm going to play one of her latest tracks. And I hope you enjoy, and I'll talk to you after the track.
Judgment Day won't be the same when I tell you I love you. Will I be okay with the closure remains the truth? And I know all I do in my life is for you see that I'm okay on my own, oh composed. All I need
So, thanks Chloe for sending me your track, Judgment Day. Please people, give that a listen and get sharing it. It's a brilliant track, and yeah, thanks for sending it again. And hopefully she will join me on a podcast at some point soon. And yeah, hopefully that will be soon. And now it's got the end of Crashing Podcasts. I did set out a Q&A, but never mind. Guess that didn't work out, but it's been a great podcast today, and keep in tune for next week's episode with Jack Cattell. Yeah, we get talking about the same type of stuff and that. Like, we get talking at the same place as well. We met up at the same place as I met up with Kintsugitiger, the Slug and Lettuce, and yeah, we get talking about his gigs and him getting nominated and all that. So yeah, it's a good podcast, and keep in tune for that. Now I'm going to play one last song by Kintsugitiger, Spin 16, and get their EP. It's out now, so see you soon.
These thoughts keep spinning around my head. These thoughts keep spinning around my head. And you talk to me as if I'm dead. You talk to me as if I'm dead. Thoughts keep spinning round my head. 'Cause these thoughts keep spinning round my head.